and gentlemen. How y'all doing? It's Kenshin, and we're going to be reviewing an awesome new track today. A big talk of the rock scene currently is rock's newest, latest, and greatest supergroup. That is Saint Asonia, and they have just released their brand new single, Blow Me Wide Open. So for those of you who don't know, Saint Asonia is composed of members of Empire, Stained, Finger 11, and most importantly for me, because I am a big fan of his, an ex-member of 3 Days Grace, Adam Gontier. And so as such, we have many different influences coming together in one awesome supergroup melting pot. And this is everything that we could have expected and wanted from them. Just like I said in the last track review for Better Place, Adam is, of course, the frontman for the band, the vocalist, and of course it's a whole collaborative effort, but Adam has a certain ability to really highly influence the things he works on, and really, when you hear something that Adam Gontier has worked on, you just know it's had his touch on it, you know, and of course it shows here too. But that aside, because we already know it's going to be strong from that end. But as far as the musical aspect of it goes, the guitars, because Adam does play guitar as well, but you know, the rest of the mixing, the sound to it, it's very powerful and very kick-ass. It's very punchy. You know, Saint Asonia is a band that, in its message, in its music, and in its members, they are not content to rest on their laurels. They want to come in, you know, be the powerhouse, kicking the shit out of everything, and say, you know, things are stagnant. We need to show how awesome things can be in this rock world. I remember when I saw 3 Days Grace back in, I believe it was 2012, at Edgefest here in Buffalo, Adam Gontier did speak just his mind, saying how he felt how a lot of bands these days kind of go for perfection and use electronics and shit when they're playing to cover up when they fuck up. They try and hide their imperfections, the things that make them who they are, whether good or bad. They try and strive for this singular sound, you know, instead of embracing the fact that things happen live and that no one's really gonna care. You just gotta go with it and have a good time. Adam kind of bitched and complained that people are trying to clean and sanitize something too much to the point where it sounds perfect, like you're hearing it in the studio. And while that's great, why do you come to a live show? You come there to see the live performance and hear how it sounds differently live when it's performed in front of you. You don't want it to sound like the studio version. If you wanted to hear that, you could just pop the CD in or something. And Adam kind of felt that a lot of music out there is just kind of coming to a crawl, slowing down, chugging down. In the mainstream, rock is just content with putting out the same old stuff. And that message comes through in Saint Asonia's music. You know, both Adam and the rest of the band, I only talk about Adam so much because he's a main focus for me, myself being a fan of his music for many years. They have a very forward-moving sound. I'm not saying that it's like a prog kind of music, because it's not. It's the style that you would expect Adam and all of the other members of the band to play, because, you know, they bring in their influences from their respective bands and create a unique sound. But it is what you'd expect to hear, but it's very, very good. But at the same time, again, it doesn't sound like the same thing that you hear on the radio, like, oh god, this is... It's got a punchy, forward racing feeling to it. I don't know how to describe it other than to say that you ought to check it out for yourself, because the track has a strong energy to it. It really does. And I feel like, once again, that the nature of the track is sort of addressing Adam's past with the band, with his former band, and other folks in his wife, like his ex-wife. I feel like that's sort of being referenced here a little bit. Not nearly as much as on Better Place, because that was a total song about that. But here it's kind of a... it's the same idea, but a little more indirectly. But it's, it references the idea that, you know, these things that bother us, that bug us, that it's that thorn in our side crawls into our bones and chills there, chills the bone, cracks it open, and lives there, stagnates, and just fucks us up. And that's these negative things in our lives that just worm their way into our bodies and stay there and damage us. And now basically you don't need any of that shit. You don't need that in your life. Doesn't matter what they have to say. You know, just let it rip wide open. Go on your own way. You don't need it inside of you. And that's the idea, you know, blow me wide open. Give me all you got. Because I'm standing here and I'm going to be strong. You know, whatever you say, this is where I stand now. And, you know, aside from what may be being said in the song, it's a hell of a thing to think about in life. Because, let's be honest, most of us in human nature tend to be afraid of the things that bring us down, that damage us, for obvious reasons. And this is kind of saying that you ought to take a stand to that and say, you know what, come at me. Try and just blow me wide open. Come on. This is where I stand, this is me, and we're here, let's do this. It's not that kind of song where it's the stand up and fight kind of thing, but it's this kind of thing like acknowledging what's in your life and how it may be affecting you, but understanding that, you know, you gotta fight it, because you can't let it drag you down, can't let it take you down. I just love there's a line in there about, you know, finding a bone to chill, you know, feeling fearsome. I just love the aesthetic texture of that line. And, you know, it's a great song, it's catchy, and it's got this energy to it. I don't know how to describe it other than to say you really need to listen to it. 'Cause it's I don't know what it is. It's passion from the band members, and also just fucking excellent song construction. It really is. You know, it gets you going. It doesn't feel like the song is meandering around in its own thing, like, okay, it's like it wants to move, it wants you to move. It feels like if that track could hop out of your headphones and run away down the stairs and out the door, down the street in the neighborhood, it would. It's just got, it's like it slammed a monster and is now gushing out its energy at you. It's a really great listen, a really fun time, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the album when it comes out. And I really, really hope to see Saint Asonia when they tour around. They're looking into right now bands they can tour with, who fans would like to see them with. I'd love to see them. I'd love to have them come to Buffalo. And, you know, I'd love to meet all the guys, but, you know, that in my dreams, but maybe, you know, that'd be great, because I've been a fan for a long time. But as far as this track goes, and as far as I feel about Saint Asonia, their sound is a crisp, kicking, violent, awesomely energizing, and exciting listen that just gets you going and has a great feel. And it's, I say this again, I don't like to bring up 3 Days Grace, but let's be honest, that's what's going to happen. To any of you out there who were disappointed with 3 Days Grace's newest effort, like myself, check out Saint Asonia. You owe it to yourself too. Adam is the man that brought the energy, and you're going to find it here. You are going to love it, just as I have. Also, before I go, one last note. Props to whoever put together that lyric video for it. Myself being a video creator, I saw use of chromatic aberration, obviously the kinetic typography, the use of trap code, and action essentials, to name a few. It was fun to watch. I really enjoyed that. Really neat concept. But other than that, you guys definitely need to check this out. Saint Asonia is still moving strong, and with each new single they give us, they're showing how more dynamic and flexible and interesting they can be. And I can't wait to hear the full album, the full effort, coming very soon. Link to the song is down in the description there. Check it out, give it a like, give it a listen. Give Saint Asonia your love, just as I have, because they're awesome. You keep your eye on them. They're going to fucking go somewhere, because they've got some strong, strong fucking talent, putting forth some excellent effort. I'll see you next time around here. And to the rest of the members of the band, because I know last time when I reviewed Better Place, you guys were watching, Adam specifically. If you guys are here again, thank you very much. Thank you for the shout out, Adam. And you guys are awesome, and I love all of you. So rock the fuck on. See you later.